Good evening. Welcome to my spectacular Halloween special.
Noob, you do realize there's less than 24 hours left in Halloween, right? Like, it'll be November by the time most people watch this.
Seriously? Screw it. Amber, change me back now.
On it.
Huh? Oh, very funny. I meant my actual avatar.
Oh, sorry. I assumed you wanted some continuity.
Ah, much better. Sorry this is coming out so late. I decided to make this video because, apparently, some people find the lore behind my videos confusing. And so, I thought what better time to explain the lore than before the finale too. Mission: to rescue Dumpy. Yes, I know you're all eager to see how this all ends. But first, some exposition to those who are not too familiar with my channel. Let's start with my roommate Amber, who I first met in high school. Actually, we may have met once long before that, but I can't recall. She was the one who gave me the idea to start making YouTube groups. Someone else helped me come up with my username. But due to some personal drama between him and Amber that I am not at liberty to talk about, I can no longer bring him up. At all. And then, around 2014, I discovered GoAnimate, not realizing the age demographic of the users at the time. I decided to start some free trials, and make my own version of grounded videos, behavior card days and at least one held back video. Looking back, I feel very, very silly. But hey, they don't call me the Noobul8r for nothing. I decided to start my school here, and named it GoAnimate Academy. It would function much like any school in any other GoAnimators universe. Classes would often have behavior card days to sort out the good from the naughty. Though looking back, it seemed more like a system of favoritism. Anyone could attend, regardless of whether you were human, or humanized engine, pony, or even 4 years old. Everyone went to my high school at some point. Throughout my career as principal, I've dealt with my fair share of troublemakers. Among them is Devious Diesel. Not only was he a menace to every steam engine on the island of Sodor, but in my own Go universe as well. In one of my earliest GoAnimate videos, he tried to annihilate me. Luckily, I was able to come back in a smaller yet more powerful form. But even Devious Diesel is only second to the terror that is Diesel 10. With his giant metal claw, known as Pinchy, he strikes fear and terror even in the biggest of steamies. However, if you've seen my last Caillou video, you'll know what happened to him recently. And if you haven't watched it yet, click the card above, damn it. You know how I feel about spoilers. Some other noteworthy troublemakers include Caillou, Dora the Explorer, Annie, the Woke Edition. Oh my god. How could I forget? Eric Cartman, the one who started it all. To be fair, he didn't do anything wrong. Well, not until after he became the first student at my school to get in dead meat. What? You don't know what it means to get in dead meat? Basically, during behavior card day, if you get the worst possible card, or in Cartman's case, a lump of coal, it means you are, quote, in dead meat, and expelled. So why did Cartman get expelled, you ask? Like I said before, much like other creators' behavior card days, it was a system of favoritism. Depending how I felt towards certain characters, or in rare cases, real people. It was only later on that I realized just how petty that system was. Which is exactly why I decided to experiment with a newer concept. A behavior chart. This way, students would be judged by their actions only on the day it was set in place. It was around this time, however, that I began to lose interest in making these kinds of videos. And then, before I retired from being principal at GoAnimate Academy, thus starting my hiatus from making GoAnimate videos, I made the biggest mistake of all. I put this guy in charge of my school. Quick disclaimer, I did not come up with Evil Judge myself. I don't know who did. He just started being a thing in different people's Go Animate videos. With the same catchphrase.
I'm evil judge, who really can't decide.
Seriously, who came up with this? All I did with him is make him worse. Like, far worse. As soon as he got in, right on day one, Evil Judge started making drastic changes to the school and its curriculum. He began implementing some radical new policies, the kind you find at many college campuses nowadays. His first order was to ensure every teacher would be female. Except Amber, who went from teaching a class to being forced to attend the class. Though I suppose they still got a woman to teach her class anyway. But he didn't stop there. He began expelling male students who he deemed as privileged. Then he replaced them with new students who, shall we say, met a certain quota. Other students were held back by a grade or two. And also replaced. Sorry if this is all starting to sound political. I'm afraid I can't help myself sometimes. Basically, my version of Evil Judge is a fascist, Marxist, ultra-woke tyrant who also happens to be a judge in charge of a school. The only decision he made that I agree with is changing Go Animate Academy from a high school to a 4-year university. That makes more sense to me. Unfortunately, that also meant changing the school's name. PC University. Things got so bad there, a few students chose to drop out. Meanwhile, life in the Go universe would go on as usual. Amber and I would make a few moves, the Troublemakers continued to stir up trouble, and so on and so forth. Honestly, there's probably a lot more lore I could cover, but I'm trying to get this out before October ends. So, I'll leave you with this. For those of you wondering, am I really living in an RV? To answer your question, not really. Though I have thought about it in the past. I might, someday. But short answer, no. I'm not currently living in an RV. That is all fiction. Don't worry about me. I'm doing fine, Amber's doing fine, the cats are doing fine. Despite that, one has feline asthma and deformed ears due to past hematomas. And the other has had a recent history of bladder crystals, which means he has to be put on a special diet. Regardless, they are doing well, and continue to both give and receive love from their mama. I still like to think of Mallow as my own. Thank you for watching. And enjoy what little is left of Spooky Month.
Boo.